We turn the page to race number 4, and this is a Class 4 over the 1200 metres upcoming here. Chikorita's on the class drop. He was a last start winner when he raced in this grade. Ella Gear's back in trip from the 1650 to the 1200. Judy Star has the blinkers on again. Free Fall and Game Player Star, both first starters and both have had 4 trials. Honeybee has the cheek pieces on. Lucky Fun lost his rider at his debut. He's trialled well since. Romantic Trove, an extra 200 metres on an improved second outing. Sight Success has won 4 trials. Breeze of Spring, second start for Jimmy Ting. And Voyage Star draws 1, and Matthew Poon, Tom will claim 2.
He's likely to be a horse that goes forward in the race, Voyage Star, with the Sight Success. He's a newcomer. He showed really good speed in his barrier trials. He's gone particularly well. Lucky Fun might be a little bit handy than he was before he lost his rider. Matthew Chadwick on debut. Romantic Trove there on the inside. Star of Wooey caught out a little bit deep from his stall. He was deep last time out. Vincent Ho rides for Francis Loy. Fireball there with Honeybee. The other newcomer, Game Player Star, will probably get back in the field, and the other newcomer, Free Fall, midfield on the rail, Chad Schofield from 3.
Lucky Fun, he looks good here in the mornings. There's no problems with him. He was going pretty well when he did unseat the rider there, and he was right in the market at 7 to 1 as well. So, look, he goes well, and he's trialled well since, Lucky Fun. This horse is looking good. Sight Success, he's had 4 trials. He's won them all. He's got the earplugs on for his first start. Goes nicely here in his track work. And he's drawn a bit awkward in 14, but he looks a really nice recruit. At Voyage Star, one of the horses that does like to go forward, 2 even sectionals for him as well. He's going nice enough. He's only a 2-time winner from his 20 starts. I thought there was a bit of improvement in his last start.
Okay, Romantic Trove is the first we have a look at here. Tom, it's down the straight. This was his first look at Sha-Tin. He definitely showed improvement here too after a debut at Happy Valley.
He certainly did. It was a really good run from him on this occasion. Tony Picone rides for Chris So. That was over the 1,000 metres. So he's stepping up to 1,200 metres. He boxed on fairly well over on the far side. Now, this is behind Super Axiom. We know how that turned out on Wednesday night, but nothing wrong with the run at all from Romantic Trove.
Thought it was a really improved run, as you mentioned, from start 1 to start 2. So, look, I've included it.
Breeze of Spring, Paul, hasn't been with Jimmy Ting for too long. He is likely going to get back. It's just a matter of how much ground he has to give them in the straight.
That's the key for him. He needs a bit of luck, doesn't he? He's just a 1-time winner from his 20 starts as well. He's got Christoph Sumi on the board. He's now with Jimmy Ting, as you mentioned. Barrier number 5 should get a nice enough run. He's a consistent horse without winning.
He was midfield last time out, and once he got to the outside there with the Super Red Dragon, he did close off particularly well over the final stages. So he's definitely one I think you need for the top 4 is Breeze of Spring, and it was another sound effort from him. Not long with Jimmy Ting, so he seems to have been able to unlock a bit of success with this horse.
Draws barrier number 5, 2 does Breeze of Spring. Now, Free Fall, Tom, this is at the Happy Valley Trials. He's had 4 of them. He's out of the Frankie Law barn.
And he was brought to the Magic Million 2-year-old sale for $100,000. Spent some time with Casey Fogden in Australia. Had 3 trials there. And you can see him on the inside. Not too much pressure for him over the final stages. He seemed to travel well. And son of Press Statement, Paul, drawn nicely in gate 3.
Yeah, so he's got a good draw. I think Zach Purden did ride him in a few of those early trials as well. He went well enough there in that particular trial with no pressure on him.
Lucky Fun, Paul. We saw that replay where he dumped the rider earlier. He's since been back to the trials.
Sometimes you just be a little bit nervous when horses have had like an incident like that in the races, but he's come out of it with no problems. I think it's a really nice trial from him. He's under a decent hold as well when he hit the line. So there's no reason why he can't run well.
Of course, Perfect to Players come out on Wednesday night out of that trial and has been able to win. Went off at 8.2 first up. If he was to come up anything under 4s, I'd be a bit weary of taking that.
Sight Success, Tom, 4 trials, has led in all of them, won all of them, and the 3 at Sha-Tin, Joe's been aboard for all of them.
Yeah, he's looked really good in doing so, this horse. Those 4 trial wins was with Richard and Chantel Jolly, $45,000 Magic Million yearling, earplugs on. He seems to have a good cruising speed, this horse, not pushed out at the line there, and he looks a strong chance. He's just got to overcome a really wide stall, Paul.
Yeah, he's got barrier 14, so he's drawn on the very outside, but he has got some quite good gate speed. We've seen that in the trial, and if he can get across easy enough, I think he's one of the major players.
Looks a good field, this, Paul, with the newcomers, and there's a few that go all right too that have raced.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the newcomers. I'm going to go with the 2 newcomers as the Quinella here. I'm going to go with the first one we saw there, which was second one we saw, which is Sight Success. From barrier 14, I think he can get across and lead. Lucky Fun, he looks like he's going really well at the moment. Romantic Trove, now he's one you mentioned that has raced and really improved from start 1 to start 2. And Judy Star was the next one that we are going to put in there for fourth. The blinkers will go back on him. He did win off 51. He's now rated 55. 9, 7, 8 and 3.
Going a little outside the screen, I think we might be able to get a price with this horse. Star of Wui, horse number 10 now. He's got the services this time round of Vincent Ho once again, who was on board from gate number 11. Comes into gate 8, Francis Loy. He was wide throughout and he was only beaten 2 lengths at 30-1. So thought he might be one to potentially upset the apple cart here. Star of Wui. 9 goes in Sight Success. Really like what I've seen from the trials from him. Lucky Fun and Breeze of Spring. But 10, 9, 7 and 11.